honestly. Pass me right.
Thanks everybody, you all ready? Please bear the pause and ready for Morne Morkel.
I'm Morne. So just tell me, how does it feel to get there and
Yeah, it's a special feeling, you know, especially because I'm the world record holder for the most no-balls. So, you know, when I got the first one, I had to turn around and see if it's a legal group and delivery, second one, third one. So, yeah, to eventually, you know, to reach it is something I've worked hard for a long time, and you know, to get it to this amazing venue made it even better.
Morne, was there a time in the series after being left out for the second test where you thought it might not come, and was there ever a time you thought it might already be the end of the road?
Definitely. You know, you think about those sort of things, especially if Lungi and the guys bowling so well. But you know, luckily for me, you know, I got an opportunity with Lungi picking up a small little niggle, and I sort of knew that this sort of my test match to do it, and put a lot of hard work in over the week, and especially in PE, you know, sat down for hours and analysed, you know, my Durban spells and things I needed to improve on, and yeah, I worked hard and just glad I got the rewards today.
Morne, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yesterday when you were watching Australia bowl on the surface, did you get a little bit excited, because there seemed, especially from the Weinberg end, that there was a patch there that was bouncing, and that's really your game, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, of late, the Newlands wicket, you know, there's a little bit of extra bounce, and I knew sort of, you know, that's going to be small margins, but I just thought the way Pat bowled, he stayed in the fight the entire day. You know, was something inspirational for me and something I took out. Yeah, you know, sort of speaking to AB and speaking to Dean and asking them, you know, what was tough to play, you know, and then going out and executing that was very important. And there was a little bit of extra bounce on a sort of fifth stump line, and you know, for me it was sort of my game plan to run in and hit an area quite hard and trying to get that extra bit of bounce with, you know, there was one or two cracks as well, and yeah, I managed to land the ball in the right area a couple of times and get that wicket, which was pleasing.
And has the pitch sped up quite a lot as well? Is it going quicker than it used to?
I wouldn't really say that. You know, with the older ball now towards the end, it felt quite easy. You know, the margins was quite small. So I don't think it's going to really get quicker. I think it will probably stay the same or get slower. It's going to definitely get harder to. It's going to be harder to score. So hopefully tomorrow morning we can get that wicket, you know, early and you know, have our lead of 60. It's a bit of a disappointment that we let it slip a little bit towards the end. But yeah, so we can get that wicket tomorrow morning quite early, and then you know, bat maybe for a day and a half, and then put them under pressure.
Well, in the celebration, you kind of broke away from the guys, and you seemed like you really wanted to do something there. Can you just kind of talk about the emotions there?
Yeah, to be honest, it's a bit of a blur. You know, for me, like I said, it meant quite a lot to get that wicket. I've really worked hard. I think I've said, you know, if I wasn't sort of blessed with that natural sort of talent to run up and hit a length, and you know, so for me over the 12 years it was a lot of hard work, and yeah, to get that is just a sort of achievement, and yeah, I think I'm just a little bit proud of myself to get that milestone.
Morne, I know a lot of your highlights in your career have been with the bat, but are there any test matches or spells that stick out in your wickets that stick out in your debut? Or
it's a bit hard to you know, on the spot now to say that. I think, you know, I bowled a spell here to Michael Clark, which was you know, was a special. I think, you know, for me, I said earlier there to Graham and them, you know, every time I walk onto the field and I get the ball in my hand, you know, that for me is special. And you know, to play with this group of guys, to be in this environment is something I'm definitely going to miss. So yeah, for me, I just want to make the most of it and really, you know, try and go out on an high.
Well, it's maybe more a question for next week, but a lot of people are saying, you know, you probably found some of the best form now towards the latter part of your career. Do you think that, I mean, some are saying maybe you could still go for another 2 or 3 years. Obviously you made the decision,
Yeah.
but do you feel like there's still a lot more in the tank?
And definitely, you know, my body is still feeling great. Mentally, I'm still feeling fantastic. You know, for me it was just, you know, coming into this game, I haven't played for, 10 days, 11 days, so I've done all the work, but game time is, like we all know, is very important. So I felt a little bit rusty at times, but for me it was just, the most important was just to not, you know, to stay in my bubble and just focus on keeping it simple. Yeah, but you know, for the future, for me, like I said, you know, I'm still feeling good. I can still play, you know, for a couple of years, but you know, it is a family decision at the end of the day, and I've made that call. And I think once you've made your mind up, you know, you can't really turn back in that decision. And I'd rather go out on a high now than you know, having a couple of average games, and yeah, the love is gone.
There's been almost as much happening off the field as on the field in this series. So you're a married man, you're an Australian, what do you think of people bringing people's families into what they say to this life?
Yeah, obviously, you know, there is a line, you know, with those sort of things that happens on the field. But for me, it's important not to go get involved with those sort of things. You know, it's a pity that the whole thing escalated like it did. But yeah, I'm pretty sure at the end of the day, cricket is going to be the winner here. It's two, you know, quality teams going, you know, hard at each other, and whoever wins the series, I'm pretty sure, you know, we're going to have a beer afterwards, and you know, it'll be all forgotten. But like I said, it isn't great for cricket, and you know, we definitely don't want those sort of things to happen. But for us, it's now important to put that behind us. Put the whole thing behind us and just focus on playing, you know, a good brand of cricket.
What I mean is when the spectators get involved, like we've seen in this match, what do you think of that?
Yeah, and we can't control that. You know, unfortunately, there is a bit of alcohol and there's a hot sun and those sort of things. So you know, you expect that. And when we play in Australia, I've played in Melbourne, I've played in those sort of things, and I've got the you know, same sort of abuse. And I think it's part of the game. But you know, obviously there is a line, like I said, and you know, it's important not to cross that.
Thank you.
Morne, just a word or two. Obviously, the relief now having got to the milestone, and are you still pumped up to make sure you wrap up the series for the boys and leave them in a good note?
100%. You know, that is the main thing for me. You know, just to stay in the moment. And you know, I obviously appreciate the crowd getting behind me, and you know, for the applause. But for me, it was important that there's still a second innings. There's still a test match to be won, and then you know, there's still one more in Joburg, and that's my focus. I said at the start of the series, I want to be part of this team. You know, beating Australia for the first time in South Africa, and you know, that's my focus and that's my goal. And you know, hopefully we can end up in that high.
Support like guys like Dale Steyn that have given you over the years, and obviously coming into the system with him there, we saw him here as well today. How's that?
No, that's very special. Now I've come a long road with Stanky. You know, we started our careers back at the Titans, and you know, we support each other massively. And yeah, to see him yesterday with a shirt on was very special. And yeah, I just hope that he can get recovered now, and you know, get back onto the field and you know, reach that special milestone that's waiting for him as well. I'm pretty sure he'll be back soon. But yeah, to see a teammate that you know, that's been beside me or next to me for so long, supporting me, yeah, this is amazing.
Morne, obviously the crowd was behind you and supporting you, but did you feel at any sort of stage that it was a wilder sort of crowd than normal, and say wilder than what you've experienced in Australia before?
The crowd here at Newlands is always amazing. You know, they come out and support us all the time, and I think, you know, tomorrow is going to be even louder, being it's Sunday. So yeah, I think Saturday tomorrow. Sorry, Saturday. Yeah, so Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, you know, it's always special playing here at Newlands. You know, for us it's sort of the marquee event, and you know, to get the way they get behind the boys and lift us up when we're out there on the field is special.
Congratulations, Morne. Obviously it was a good day, but the Lion and Pain partnership kind of took the sting out of what should have been a better day. Were the boys still upbeat after the day?
Yeah, we spoke about it, you know, that we knew it was important for us to to stay on the money and try and finish the day strong. It's sort of disappointing yesterday. We were also in a strong big position with the bat and then let it slip a little bit. Look, I think a lead of 60 on this wicket is still fantastic. You're going to have partnerships in cricket. It's going to happen. Nathan played very well. He gave us an opportunity, and unfortunately we didn't grab those opportunities. I think tomorrow is going to be important the way we start. Hopefully we can get that wicket as soon as possible, and then our guys can bat. I honestly believe that it's going to be harder, sort of in the last couple of days on those sort of wickets. So if we can get a good score on the board, and then put them under pressure with the ball tailing a little bit, and I think we're in good.